I am, 34 years old. Certainly, I travel a lot, meet dynamic, beautiful, accomplished women all over the country. But at this point, I believe that unless you're married, you're single. So dating, yes, and we'll see what the Father has moving forward.
Describe your single, saved, and serious life.
It's a challenge. The single part we just talked about, certainly, again, getting to know women, see what type of chemistry there is in terms of the woman that is appropriate to be my helpmate in the rib that she was designed to be. The saved part, I've been following Christ as long as I can remember. Again, I'm not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but as you know better, you do better. So as I continue to mature in my biblical understanding and following Christ as you enter into manhood, you just don't do the things that you used to do. Again, 1 Corinthians, somewhere around 13 or so, it talks about, you become a man, you put away childish things. So I take that very serious. And the Bible talks about it's not good for man to be alone. And I understand that he that findeth a wife find a good thing and favor from the Lord. Even that scripture, and I want to talk about that real quick, that gets often misconstrued. Any fool can go to an altar and marry a woman. When he talks about finding a wife, it's referencing a virtuous woman, a woman that conducts herself in a manner that would be pleasing to our Father. And I'm trying to do the same thing in preparation to be the servant leader that He's called me to be.
What are the struggles you face being single, saved, and serious?
Well, these are interesting times we live in. This contemporary world, everybody is so loose that there aren't defined parameters. And that's one of the things that I love about the Bible and my understanding and application of it to real life. The Bible is a mirror. And a lot of times folks don't want to look in that mirror for the absolute truth. You can't serve two masters, the world and the word. You got to choose one. And it is a struggle. But you can get distracted. And the Bible talks about meditating on His word day and night so that we won't get as distracted. None of us are perfect, and I'm not judgmental. I do believe in learning from your mistakes and having a certain sense of awareness in the traps that the enemy is trying to set out there. And it's difficult. Women are adorning themselves in a way that can definitely get a brother twisted. You're smelling good, you're looking good, and very flirtatious. And again, the media and the propaganda, the being Mary Janes and the shows like that, the Basketball Wives and the hip hop, Love and Hip Hop, Atlanta and New York, and permeating these messages of promiscuity. And it just, if you're not really grounded, it can get away from you. So those will be some of the challenges.
Has your single life contained brokenness or hurt?
Yeah, put me in that group. Definitely have gone through the heartache. Ironically, the last relationship, 2 years ago now. Some of it self-inflicted. Some of it is just the rigors of day-to-day interacting with a woman, obviously of the opposite sex. I mean, it's a challenge. And that's why I've grown to expect and appreciate more when they talk about what equally yoked really means. That's something that's debated in the biblical community and even amongst various believers and non-believers tonight. What does this equally yoked mean? It doesn't mean you're going to always get along. People, we come from different backgrounds. So the heartache that I've experienced has come from trying to force or expect somebody to gravitate to the same biblical format that I do. And for me, it's real simple. Everything in the Bible that is written, I believe it to be 100%. That's how it happened. That's what I believe. For a woman that doesn't believe that, it's going to be difficult no matter what we go off and do and how great the relationship is. If we can't come back to the crux and the core of what this thing is truly about, then we can never be equally yoked. And so that presents some challenges when you're out here trying to move around and coming across paths with the one that was designed for you. And to that point, I want to say this. The knight in shining armor doesn't exist. Cinderella's a fairy tale. The Bible that I read says that Adam was created and Eve was created and brought to him as a helpmate suitable and comparable to him. So I know the young ladies, we grow up and we tell our daughters, you're beautiful and this man is going to rush you in the same day, but the Bible does not confirm that. Sometimes as a female, you must move and make yourself available to a Christian man that's trying to do the best that he can to walk righteously.
What are you looking for in your future mate?
Wifey. Bad girl. I'm looking for first, and I pray just like this for her. I pray that she has an intensity and a commitment to living as righteously as possible. I pray that she understands what she was designed to be, a spirit of service. You know, show me a woman of service, I'll show you a woman of value. You know, we can get to the other qualities, and I've learned, we talk about deal breakers. You know, I've learned that, you know, what you do for a living, as long as it's more ethical and legal, I'm cool with that. You know, if you had children, you know, the divorce thing is another topic. Another time we'll get into that and how that works. But by and large, heart for Christ, trying to do the best you can, loving your family, a woman that certainly wants more children, spirit of service, a woman of valor. We're at war out here as followers of Christ, as believers. The enemy is roaming to and fro. He didn't just do that for Job. He's doing that for me and you every day. So I need for her to understand what my boys and your girls and your job and my job, that can't influence what God put the two fleshes together to become one. We can't allow that to impede what we're doing. So a woman that understands those principles and practices, and yeah, we like for it to be rather pleasant on the eyes too. That always helps.
Thank you, Stan, for this time.
I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.